Let me tell you of the days of high adventure.
Hey, what's up? I'm John.
And I'm Kevin.
And this is 6 Degrees of Schwarzenegger, the podcast where we take a long, hard look at some of our favorite action movies from the era of Arnold.
Schwarzenegger is the icon of the genre, and we're taking a deep dive into some of these 80s and 90s cult action movies and breaking them all the way down.
We're going to get into the nitty and the gritty and examine the good, the bad, the ugly, and the laughable in these movies.
But we're always coming from a place of love. You don't watch these movies as much as we have unless you have a genuine affection for them.
Welcome to the podcast, everybody.
Hi.
Hey, Kevin.
How you doing, John?
I'm great, man. How are you doing?
I am doing splendidly.
Splendoriferously.
Swell.
I'm glad to hear that.
We're sipping on some Paul Anner of Munich's Oktoberfest beer.
Yeah, we're not exactly seasonal right now, but who cares?
We're not
September.
What?
We're not seasonal right now, but who cares?
No. Yeah.
Have a delicious
it's like
sip
a beautiful
of this.
spring day outside in Atlanta today.
That's right. It was knocking on 70, getting close to anyway.
It's not how it should be.
No. So, Kevin, what's on the docket for today, my friend?
Well, my friend, it's one of my go-to favorites. Like, I can't even tell you, I love this movie.
Mm-hmm.
John can attest. I've been talking about wanting to do this movie for probably
you and Johnny
more than a
Lawrence
year.
love this movie.
Yes. We're going to talk about 1989's Best of the Best, a sort of a throwaway karate flick. I told you the other day, to me, like, this movie is just completely disposable.
Right,
like,
yeah.
I feel like it enters your body and leaves your body at the exact same moment. You know what I mean? Like, it's not to be taken seriously at all. It's campy, but it has some great moments. It falls into the same exact bucket as Iron Eagle does for me.
Right.
Like, it's not going to keep you awake at all if you're trying to go to sleep. Like, it's just...
And it's probably not something that once you watch it, you're not sitting thinking about the lessons you learned.
No, it doesn't.
Or
That's what I'm saying. It leaves your body the moment that you're not seeing it anymore.
It's like bad Asian food or Indian food or any food for that matter. So,
but you had not really seen this movie?
And once I watched it, I realized that I had only ever seen like snippets.
Okay.
Like in other things, like in Cobra Kai or in other movies, like where people were talking about Best of the Best. I don't recall ever having watched this all the way through. It's
got like, I dig it, man. I mean, it's got some pretty decent martial arts stuff happening in some of the scenes.
Definitely.
The main guy. Well, let's get. All right, we'll just get into it, and it'll all come up as we go.
Right. Absolutely.
So directed by a dude named Robert Radler.
Right. Who did this Best of the Best 2? Also haven't seen, and like dozens and dozens and dozens of episodes of various Mighty Morphin Power Ranger shows.
I saw that, and I saw he directed a few episodes of the late 90s staple Silk Stalkings.
Oh, sexy.
Come on, after Monday Night Raw.
USA.
Yeah, late nights on USA, man. That's awesome. Produced by Phillip Rhee, who was all over this franchise.
And he acted in, wrote it.
He wrote it. He was the star. I think he acted and produced in all 4 of the Best movies that have come out. He got a writer credit for this one and the 4th one. He directed the 3rd and the 4th ones. On the In the Search of the Last Action Heroes documentary that I've referenced before, he was on there talking, and he said that Best of the Best 4, as shitty as I'm sure that it is, has the distinction of being the first American movie to be written by, produced by, directed by, and starring an Asian person.
And that was, 1998 or something?
Yeah, it was somewhere. It had to be mid-late 90s, for sure. So, on one hand, it's sort of like sad that it happened that late.
Yeah, exactly.
But also, like, kudos to Phillip Rhee for doing his thing, I guess.
Yeah, it's very much like an American dream, like just doing the thing. And making it happen, like seeing it through. He took this idea and ran with it. Hasn't done much else Except
That's
he
weird,
was,
isn't it? He has like
in,
almost no presence outside this franchise. Just about.
He was in Kentucky Fried Movie I saw, which is awesome.
Like being Karate Man or something.
Yeah, but I'm also interested in seeing stuff that he was in before this. Things with names like L.A. Street Fighters, Silent Assassins, and something called Furious, which was described thusly. Martial arts heroes battle aliens from the astral plane for control of the universe. And if that isn't the exact plot of Mortal Kombat, like the exact plot.
It might have predated Mortal Kombat, though, if it was
by 20 years.
Interesting.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as original ideas, though.
Nope.
That's probably been a legend, in Eastern cultures for like hundreds of years.
Yeah, I would think so.
Also, in addition to being written by Rhee, other writers that got credit was a dude named Paul Levine maybe, and Max Strom is credited for writing additional dialogue.
Right. When someone's credited with additional dialogue, that's where I think the zingers, like the jokes that you remember, came from that person.
Like when they would bring in Tarantino to like punch up a script or whatever, you could tell because once they start talking about like Silver Surfer or something, that's like, okay, Tarantino has entered the room. But neither of those dudes had really written like anything else ever. That's what threw me because I figured, this dude Strom probably has 100 credits, but he didn't at all.
Hollywood is a weird place. Was and still is. I looked up the DP just because I always like to do that.
Sometimes it's a surprise. Yeah,
Douglas Ryan, who had a far more interesting and successful career as a camera operator on things like Untouchables, Heartbreak Ridge, Clear and Present Danger, and a couple of Arnold movies, Last Action Hero and Jingle All the Way.
Oh, sweet.
So, but as far as being cinematographer, he didn't do much else after this or before it. Yeah,
and did you look up the composer? Paul Gilman?
I couldn't really find much of anything, and it's probably for the best because the score, if you call that, it's like almost 100% synthesizer. If it's not like an 80s like pop rock song, then it's some like shitty synth.
It was nothing else of note. Oddly, I noticed that he had like written, directed, edited, produced, and appeared in some like nature documentary series about ocean life.
I saw that and I wondered if I had seen it, but the ones that I saw were like Deep Planet, which I think were produced by like the BBC or Discovery Channel or something. Yeah,
I don't think his was one of the better ones. This must have been a passion project. Yeah. He did everything on that.
Yeah.
Okay, so the cast, starring Phillip Rhee, we've mentioned, starring Eric Roberts.
Yes.
Julia's big bro.
Yeah. Apparently had been nominated for an Academy Award for a movie called Runaway Train that I never saw.
Oh, that's solid. I've seen it. It's just
really
the name gives everything away. But I think it's like escaped convicts on a train that can't be stopped or something. It's pretty good though.
That's cool.
It was a canon movie.
He's been was it? Okay.
And got nominated for Oscar. So
he's been in tons of other stuff. I meant to send you, but I did not send you a little write-up that Vanity Fair did on him in 2018. And they talked about how in like 2017, he was in something like 80 movies alone, year.
That's what I'm saying. It's a weird career that he's had. He's never, in my mind, he's never been an A-lister or that good of an actor, to be honest. But he's appeared and he's been in like big shit like The Dark Knight.
Is what you and I were just talking about it, and you said that he's like a very unique talent, and sometimes it's like whatever he's doing, he's like dialed in, and I believe it. And even in this movie, there are times when I'm like, yeah, and then other times I'm like, no, that's not a good choice. But from right here in Georgia, went to Henry Grady High School, no longer called Henry Grady High School, but would have had a bigger career if it hadn't been for all the fucking drugs.
Right. Yeah, he was in The Expendables, which I'm sure our audiences listen to. He's been in this newer season of The Righteous Gemstones, and he's killing it. He's hilarious.
Yeah, he apparently that was one of the things that it talked about was that so many people have like encouraged him throughout his career, and it's a shame because he's respected by like the DiCaprios of the world and things like that. But it's just he's got good instincts. He just wasn't bigger, but he has like good comedy chops too.
He really does. Yeah, he's like a jack of all trades type guy.
Yeah.
Also starring James Earl Jones, the legend.
91 years young last month.
Darth Vader, obviously. But yeah, Thulsa Doom and Conan the Barbarian, fucking Field of Dreams, Dr. Strangelove.
Oh, man.
Oscar nominated for The Great White Hope. Coming to America. He was Admiral Greer in the Jack Ryan movies.
Yeah. We love you, James Earl Jones.
dude,
we know you're listening. Thank you.
the Sandlot, the Lion King.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Dude got an honorary Oscar in 2012.
Has he won an Oscar?
Never won. Was nominated for an Oscar for The Great White Hope, like way back in the day. Also features an actress I'm completely unfamiliar with named Sally Kirkland.
Looked up her work and didn't recognize a single other thing she was in. It looked like she was in a lot of like skin cable things.
Except she was in 1988, the year prior, nominated for Best Actress.
What?
For a movie I've never heard of before called Anna.
Do you think this movie ruined her career?
No, I think this movie I think the Oscar nom probably got her hot like for a while, you know? But imagine they got this movie together with like 3 Oscar nominees in this movie. That's strange.
No small shakes.
And then the only other person I'll mention up front is Chris Penn.
Right.
That's Sean's little brother.
Playing Travis Brickley.
Travis Brickley was in a lot of seminal 80s movies, All the Right Moves, Footloose. He was in True Romance. He's probably most recognizable as Nice Guy Eddie from Reservoir Dogs.
Yes. And he was the homophobic cop in Tu Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar.
He turns up in a lot of shit. And he died at age 40.
Yeah.
In 2006.
Yeah, I'd forgotten that he was already passed away from heart disease.
I think heart disease combined with, some heavy drug use over his lifetime.
Right.
So, cautionary tale, people.
Yeah. 40 years old. That hits hard here in our 40th year.
It's fucking crazy. I feel like a baby, though.
Yeah, same.
These movies are keeping me young.
That's right. This podcast it's the fountain of youth, friends.
So
the elixir.
We'll get down to the flick here because I'm excited about this.
I am too. I'm very excited to talk about this.
It's made by Taurus Entertainment. Apparently,
cannot recall ever having seen that logo or intro before ever.
It's like a sort of an animated bull in the clouds, like what do you call it? Not astrology.
Yeah, like
constellation.
A constellation.
Yeah. We're out somewhere. We got a sun rising on the horizon. Also, it's produced by The Movie Group.
Yeah, we get the overlaid on-screen text tells us that The Movie Group presents.
That sounds like a money laundering operation if I've ever heard one.
Totally.
We're The Movie Group.
Yeah.
What?
No drugs to see here, ladies and gentlemen.
So now we see a huge group of Koreans all training in unison. There's probably like 100 plus.
They're like I counted. There's at least 136 people out there.
It's awesome. It's a striking visual.
It really is. It reminds me of the end of Super Street Fighter 2 if you beat the game with Fei Long.
Oh shit!
All the dudes in the courtyard doing their punches.
I was wondering if this was like filmed in Korea or filmed in America. I was just curious.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have an answer to that.
I would probably think that I don't know.
You could
the
round
budget
up
for this
a bunch
was really
of,
small, but
I know it was. I feel like probably most of the stuff is filmed in America.
Yeah,
probably.
I would think so.
But it
makes
was
me
like
want to learn a martial arts so bad.
Oh, dude,
just seeing that,
it's fucking killer, man.
Yeah.
Now, we see Eric Roberts, James Earl Jones, and Sally Kirkland, the Oscar nominees. They get their names ahead of the title.
No one
somehow.
knows.
Yeah,
cool. That's fine.
Then the power pop music kicks in. It's a song called "Tales of Power" by Jim Capaldi. Generic fucking just power mullet music, kind of, you know.
And we're going to America when that song kicks in.
Dude is Capaldi's a Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, though.
Is he?
He was in the band Traffic.
Okay.
Like a prog rock band back in the day. I don't really know him. But we're in this American car factory on the assembly line.
Is there a more stereotypical, like this, we've now gone to America than seeing a factory with like steel car frames moving down the line?
Dude. I can't see this shit without thinking about Gung Ho.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite movies.
I thought the exact same thing. God bless Michael Keaton.
An overlooked 80s gem. Ron Howard, Michael Keaton.
So good.
So funny.
But it's like seeing the factory, the welding, the sparks, and then the union sign that says Team 4 first shift making war on defects with like a barbarian.
That's pretty rad, dude.
Awesome.
So we see Alex Grady in there. That's Eric Roberts. He's welding on the line. They're cranking out Pontiac Firebirds. Fucking rad 80s cars. So Alex seems to be finishing up a shift. He stops by to say hello to his friend Stanley.
Another Reservoir Dogs alum.
Yeah, Mr. Blue, Eddie Bunker. Stanley invites him to come out for beers, but Alex says he's got to get home to pick up his son, Walter. So we land the Family Guy vibes in.
I love Grady's look, Alex's look. The flowing mane, the denim on denim in that leather jacket. I was like, that's the uniform.
He's a cool dude, man. That's like Mr. 80s guy.
Oh,
like, Bruce Springsteen inspired. Springsteen wished he had that hair.
What the? If Bruce Springsteen is a Shadoshi.
So it cuts to Alex teaching his son Walter to ride a bike.
Right.
Yeah, it was an interesting fashion choice now. What do you think is the deep V?
The deep
cable
V cable knit sweater sort of tucked in the front, though. Like he's got a French tuck. I don't know.
Nothing on under it.
Yeah.
That's
the thing is, like, it's itchy.
That was a look, though.
That would be itchy.
I would think so, unless it's all cotton, but yeah.
That's not a cotton sweater. That thing is, that's like
mohair. This seems to be Walter's first time doing this without training wheels.
What did you think? All right, so as a first-time watcher, just Eric Roberts' decision, because I get the feeling that there wasn't a lot of, like, direction giving on some of this acting, but, like, his decision to keep just calling the kid by his first name.
Walter,
would you just keep calling your son Walter by his first, not like a pet name or anything? All right, Walter, good to see you, Walter. All right, Walter, we're gonna
that's
ride
what
the
you do
bike,
when
Walter.
you're trying to establish a character's name.
Yeah.
But no, it's a little bit weird. The kid's like, Dad, look it, I'm doing it. And he's like, I know. He's like
almost,
very emotional.
He's very, like, moved to tears by this victory.
Neither of us are fathers, but I imagine those moments are kind of
sure
emotional when you're living it.
I love the cut right before it's implied that Walter eats shit and crashes the bike.
He looked pretty shaky. He looked like he was about to take a gnarly spill.
Whoa, he said.
Oh, dude, I saw. So Walter Grady, the son, the kid, named after Eric Roberts' dad, Walter Grady Roberts.
Huh. That's
kind of
awesome.
cool, I guess. It's weird, though. So did they make the last name of the character to suit at Eric Roberts' request? Like, can you make his name Grady?
Maybe they just had a first name, and then during the writing, he was like,
yeah, can it be Grady? I'd like for my son to be Walter Grady to honor my dad.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah, I'm into it.
He loves his family, by all accounts.
Now we cut to elsewhere, Tommy Lee
in a dojo for small children
as Phillip Rhee. He's teaching a bunch of little kids martial arts.
Little ass kickers, man.
Yeah, he gently corrects this one boy's stance. Elsewhere, like in the other side of the room, a couple of kids start pushing and shoving.
There's so many junior mullets in that class too, like just little kids rocking a mullet.
Did you ever have a mullet? I did not.
I did not.
You were rocking those buzz cuts, right?
Yeah, we did. I think it was probably just because my parents were like,
were they doing them at home?
You're a nasty kid. And yeah, I mean, Jacob and I both had crew cuts that we would go to the barber to get.
Okay.
And I remember both of us requesting like cut ends on the side. We wanted to get like railroad tracks on the sides. And I remember the barber, like these old guys, like North Georgia, like white trash guys just being like rolling their eyes. Like,
was that hot because of Vanilla Ice? Why was that hot? He had that look
Hammer,
going.
MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice, all these guys had the cut ends. And so, but these old guys, these barbers were like rolling their eyes.
Did
hard.
they do it?
Yeah, they did it, but they did not like it.
You never had a rat tail?
No, we did not have a rat tail.
Me neither.
Thank God.
A Padawan braid or whatever.
No, my uncle Cam always said that if the mullet came back, he'd go back to it because he rocked one hard.
It was a look in the day, man. It just was a look. It was a time in this country.
But we digress.
Yeah. So these two little kids are fighting. Tommy goes over, he separates them, turns it into like a teaching moment.
Yeah.
Makes the boys repeat what he's taught them, which is they should be nice to each other and never use his lessons to hurt people.
Right.
He makes them shake hands and patch it up.
Yeah, agree to be best of friends. Okay.
It's like he's obviously like the amazing sensei.
Right. Yeah.
Totally. Like the sensei that you wish you had, like young Mr. Miyagi or whatever.
I did wish I had a sensei.
There was another kid in the room that gave just this huge shit-eating grin about the moment. Like he was thrilled at the moment of this. That kid actually looked like a young Kevin. He looked like a young me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I looked like, kind of bucktooth. So Tommy resumes his drills. Now a woman comes running in. She interrupts the lessons with a letter.
She looks like Apollonia in Purple Rain. Just like comes in just like decked out and head to toe, like just black and looking very severe with her hair and everything.
She had it going on.
Yeah, she looked great.
This shit absolutely could have waited until after class was over.
Yeah, she just barges right in saying, you have to read this.
It's like, it's a letter. It's not like someone's on the phone for you,
Right.
you know?
She is stoked, though. She seems very excited about
Yeah,
whatever it is.
They must have been expecting this letter. So Tommy has another student with the most epic mullet in the room,
Right,
I
in the
think,
whole room.
take over the lesson. He opens the letter, appears to contain good news.
I like the little fizz. He's like, He's like excited about it, whatever it is.
So back in wherever the fuck it is that Alex lives, Alex has received the same letter.
Right.
It's an invitation to try out for the U.S. national karate team. The letter says that tryouts are in Los Angeles. Did you like the Los Angeles Civic Auditorium?
Yeah, that he's
which I
been
want to
chosen.
talk about more as we go. But
that it's not an auditorium. But
it
anyway,
doesn't. There's a lot about it that's
he's been
questionable.
chosen to be among 100 athletes to compete for 5 positions on the team in Korea, South Korea, rather.
Yeah. So he's telling his mom the happy news. She's less than thrilled. She's worried he's going to hurt his shoulder again.
Did you recognize her?
No.
That is Nurse Ratched from One Flew Over the
For
Cuckoo's
real?
Nest. Yeah,
Oh.
Louise Fletcher playing the
Fucking
mom here.
hell. Okay. I knew the name looked familiar. I think she got a special credit, like an and credit or something at the end.
When I saw her, I was
Okay.
like, say what now?
She says to him, your shoulder is junk. That's harsh.
It's being held together by plastic and a pen or something like that. Yeah, plastic cartilage and a pen.
And now Alex says, Mama, I got nothing here. Nothing.
Okay.
It's like, he reiterated that shit. It's like, God damn, what about your son?
Yeah, he's in
the other
just
room.
in the other room. You're about to put him to bed.
He can probably hear everything you're saying right now. But he says that competing was the only thing that gave him joy. His mother sort of seems to
She's
acknowledge
like,
that.
yeah, that's true. You never loved anyone else.
We hear Walter calling from the other room that he's ready to be tucked in, I guess. Says Walter's only 5 years old. He needs his father at home. He was not 5 years old.
No, that
kid was like
8 or
10.
9. Yeah.
But yeah, what about your son? What about my son?
Well-
He says, God damn, again.
Chill.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
That comes off bad. It sounds like he doesn't care, but I think what he's saying is that
He'll be
it
fine
shouldn't be,
if I'm gone
I
for-
shouldn't be using that as an excuse not to do this.
Yeah, totally. And especially if it's not long term, which it's not.
Yeah, right.
I can see the rationale completely.
So Alex tells his mom he loves her and he's going to work it out with Walter.
We'll do it man to man.
In the bedroom, Alex is reading Walter a little King Arthur legend.
Love it.
It's a bedtime story. I thought you'd like that. Also,
I
maybe
do.
a little foreshadowing, talking about like a couple of guys going into sort of battle together and then emerging as best friends or whatever.
Yeah, totally. Arthur and Lancelot.
Yeah. So Alex and Walter, they get to talking about the possibility of him going away. Walter's asking if he can come along, and
Yeah, I
Alex
appreciate
says
that.
no.
I appreciate that Alex is like, he makes it clear that he doesn't want to make the decision without Walter weighing in.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Alex says, he could be gone 3 months if he makes the team. Walter wants to know if he can have the medal if his dad wins. Alex says yes. Walter says, okay, then you better promise to win. And Alex says it's a deal.
Great, bye.
I felt like, having gotten what he wants, he quickly tucks him in and leaves, right?
Yeah. Bolts out the
Turns
door in the
out the
dark of
lights
night. Yeah,
quick.
Good. Okay, later.
But he did, like you said, I think he did seem to actually truly care that the son was on board with it.
Yeah, totally. Even though it's hard to believe that a 5-year-old would be able to be involved in that conversation. Like, I don't know. Anyway.
No, a true 5-year-old would not be able to process what 3 months is.
No.
It's like, anyway. Over in Korea, the huge group of fighters, they're still training. I like to imagine they've just been training.
Yeah, I said the same thing.
Nonstop.
It's like they come to a rest position, but they've been training for weeks.
For days, day and night.
That's why they're so formidable. They never stop. No
For real.
eating, no sleeping, only training.
So a fighter with an eye patch and a clipboard approaches the sensei. He gives the sensei, I guess, the list of names. The guy's reading off the names of the other fighters. Everyone else there is like clapping for these guys.
Yeah.
He read off 3 names, and then all of a sudden there were 5 guys on stage. So I don't know if they chopped something out
I got the
or
feeling
what.
that there should have been a 4th guy.
A 4th one read. Yeah, they were just maybe trying to save time, or something was weird with it. Maybe they changed his name or something like that. The fighter with the eye patch on starts the Korea, Korea chant, which is fucking pretty intense.
Yeah.
I was digging it, man. He's like clearly the leader of the team, this eye patch guy.
Right. He doesn't participate in the workouts, that's for sure.
No, not at this point. He's like, I guess his spot on the team is secure.
Right.
Right.
That's
Now,
the feeling we get.
back in the good old US of A, Tryouts are happening in a giant tent.
So wait, not an auditorium?
This is a weird structure. Yeah, it's not an auditorium at all. That's fine, whatever. Travis Brickley, that's Chris Penn that we mentioned. He's walking around, cowboy boots, cowboy hat, and a big old smirk on his face and a boombox.
I wonder if he made it contractual that at least in one scene in most of the movies he was in, and maybe ever, he wears a cowboy hat.
Oh, shit. Was that his deal in
Too Long
Footloose?
Fu, Footloose, he wore a cowboy hat in some scenes in that movie.
I could see it.
And this hat was ill-fitting. It was not a hat that looked flattering on his head.
You spent more time in Texas, so you've seen more people just like casually wearing cowboy hats, I assume.
The people that I saw wearing cowboy hats were like old guys. Like, yeah. And in Houston, no one knows why you're wearing a cowboy hat, but
Yeah.
it tended to be older guys. And then once you got outside of Houston, like more in like open country, you would see guys wearing cowboy hats unironically. But
This is neither here nor there, but did you ever see the Cadillac with steer horns on front in Houston? Like twin style?
yes, because there's a hotel that is now a chain. There's one in Austin, one in Houston, one in Dallas. Hotel Zaza is what it's called.
Okay.
I think there are actually multiple locations in each city now, but they're like pick you up vehicles or like free advertising vehicles, like a Cadillac with the Longhorns on the front.
I'm into that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay. Anyway, at the training, Travis has got this boombox. He's blasting country music, a song called Back Roads by Charlie Major.
All right.
He's already obnoxious, I guess, is the point here. We've got Coach Frank Cuso, seems mildly annoyed.
Yeah.
He's telling his assistant Don it's a goddamn circus.
Goddamn circus.
He's just this Darth Vader, man.
Yeah, no, it's
That's
like everything he
awesome.
says is so severe. It's amazing.
It was sort of an unceremonious intro for James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
I thought the crown jewel of the cast to me.
For sure.
So fighters are stretching. They're preparing to fight. Alex uses up all of his tape and he asks this guy, Travis, if he can borrow his. What the fuck, Alex? Did he like come with just the tail end of a roll of tape and that's it?
Well, to be fair, maybe he didn't know how much he had in his bag that he's had sitting around for 3 years.
The dusty bag.
He didn't intend, like he didn't look in there. He didn't think about it beforehand.
But Travis is like, as a matter of fact, I do mind. And he snatches his tape away from Alex, walks off. Yeah. He cranked that boombox and walked off. I love that.
What the fuck?
Tommy is right there as well. And Tommy says Alex can have some of his tape and tosses him a roll. Again, proving himself. He's like the picture of, sportsmanship and whatever, the taekwondo ideal.
Yeah, he's like all about it.
Now we see Virgil Keller, an actor named John Dye, who I don't really know from anything else.
Yeah, I didn't recognize him either.
He's beating up some mulleted dude. He's got like I thought he had sort of the Daniel LaRusso technique, where it was a lot of just like retreating and then counterpunching.
He studied that Miyagi-Do.
Yeah, the Miyagi-Do karate. Alex is in his fight. He takes a quick kick to the face in his match. Call me crazy, but like I felt like the dudes who were going to make the team, they should not be getting touched by anybody when they're fighting against these scrubs.
Agreed. And
now, but Alex might be rusty, right?
Right. That was the only. I gave him some credit because he hasn't fought in so long.
Okay.
And
Virgil had taken a punch to the face too, I think, in his match. But
also, like, what is up with Alex's stance?
Dude, yeah, I'm fascinated by that technique. Like, I wonder did he have someone on set teach him like an unorthodox
I read somewhere
style?
that he studied is probably a strong word, but that he studied martial arts of some kind.
Oh, do you
for
think
a
he
while.
brought that himself?
I don't know.
It was always fascinating to me because it's just such a different stance than you would ever see.
His opening stance, he had like it's sort of like a batter getting in the batter's box. He has that like arms above his head, and then he did like the touching his knee with his foot, like coming off the ground. And it sort of looked like Muay Thai.
Yeah.
And so I was wondering, I don't know.
I also wondered if it was some sort of a stance that was like necessitated by his shoulder injury.
I wondered the same
like
thing.
Maybe he's got to account for he's got one gimpy shoulder, so he's got to protect that shoulder or something. But he scores a couple of quick points in his match. He wins.
Yeah, his gi's cool.
I like
a storm gray gi.
Yep. We've got Travis has given Virgil some advice. Tells him he shouldn't block with your face.
Oh.
Now,
thanks.
Sonny Grasso walks up. Another actor I've not really seen in anything else is named David Agresta.
Okay.
He consoles Virgil. It's like wonderful how all of our heroes are bonding already.
Yeah, sure.
He says to Virgil, his mama probably didn't breastfeed him. And then Virgil says, oh, breastfeeding is actually very high in iron. I was very fond of it as a child. And Sonny says, hey, I'm still fond of it. That's the first like really good joke of the movie.
It's awesome.
That shit made me laugh.
Yeah, Sonny had a lot of good ones.
I'm still fond of it. You and me both, Sonny. That's awesome. So,
yeah, Virgil also is a fan of that joke.
So Sonny introduces himself. He says he's Italian. Virgil says, I'm Virgil Keller. I used to be Italian. Now I'm Buddhist. Sonny looks confused. He says, I'm just kidding. I was never Italian. And Sonny, for the first of many, many times, says, oh, I knew that. Like, that's like his thing. But it's the idea that it's like Sonny dumb as shit.
I think so.
Maybe.
Yeah.
He's just a dumb guy who's good at karate.
He's simple. Yeah.
He's a simple-minded guy. Okay. So Sonny gets now matched up to fight against Travis, who looked disturbingly happy.
He looks super creepy. Like,
I feel like he was getting hard.
Yeah.
Like
he looks
in that
sexual.
Moment. As they bow, Sonny sort of says under his breath, have a nice day, knucklehead.
I don't think that was the line. I think.
Oh, you think they dubbed something else in?
I think that the VO doesn't quite match up with his mouth, and I bet that it was probably something
swear
like,
word?
Yeah, like fucker or something like that. And they were like,
maybe they realized they were so close to the PG-13 if all they did was remove that line. Yeah, I could see that.
I think he probably said "Have a nice day, motherfucker" or something like
or
that.
Or fuckhead.
Yeah, or
could
fuckhead.
Be good,
and took it out.
I could see that for sure.
Yeah, they saved that R rating.
Whatever it was, it really pissed Travis off.
There's no way that he would get that pissed being called a knucklehead. He'd probably go, okay.
Cornball.
Good one.
Insult. Yeah.
Bye.
Now, elsewhere, Tommy looks flawless as he's like dispatching these opponents.
Yeah.
That vicious kick to the face on that dude.
He obviously knows what the fuck is up. Like, this is someone that knows martial arts.
This is what the fuck I'm talking about. Tommy is like a fucking stud.
Yeah. And Kuzo and Don are watching on and loving it. Yeah. And they have been walking around, and Don's like taping it with a video camera.
That big ass camcorder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Travis and Sonny, their fight is sloppy. Then the referee just awards the winning point to Sonny as Travis is like angrily protesting. He hit me in the arm. He hit me. I just feel like the referee just wanted that fight to be over.
Yeah, he wanted to get out of there.
He was like, I'm done with this fucking David Crosby looking motherfucker that referee was. Now the fans are not fond of Travis's antics.
Right.
And Sonny tries to tell him good match, and Travis makes like every single sort of obscene hand gesture
it's like
at him.
He couldn't find the one that felt best, so he did them all and then stormed off.
He walks off, he kicks a chair out of the way. Don is like remarking, boy, that guy's got a bad attitude. And Kuzo's like, well,
I could not understand what Don said, which as the movie went on, I was like,
I think he said he's got a lousy attitude.
I could not understand it.
Is that a Texas accent?
I don't know what it was.
I love the way Don talks.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that, like, it took me a while to get it, but then there's some later scenes where I was like, that was a choice. They wanted to make him like nigh unintelligible.
Okay.
But I was like, what the fuck did he say?
Yeah. He was insulting Travis's attitude. Fair. But Kuzo is like, if we can fix that, he's a fighter.
Right.
How the fuck would you possibly want that guy on your team?
I guess because you need
a brawler,
if you've ever seen a movie, like a team-based movie, an ensemble cast, you always need that one guy, Raphael, for example.
Mm-hmm.
The guys that are the assholes on the Mighty Ducks, the guys that are the enforcer, Fuller. That's
yes.
He wasn't an asshole necessarily, but the ones with like, just a
misfit kind of like I'm down with it. In a quick montage, we see Tommy, Alex, Virgil, Travis, and Sonny are kicking some ass. Travis is a fucking dirty fighter.
Yeah.
That kicks that guy as he's going to bow.
Right.
Alex / Eric Roberts had, I thought, some pretty decent fucking moves.
Yeah.
Like, for an actor who's not a martial artist, he, like, acquits himself well.
Yeah, he did look like he had some basic training, if not a little more than basic.
And Tommy, there was one shot where Tommy nearly, like, kicked some dude's fucking head off his body. Like, Tommy's a badass. Now, cut to, I love this. A very excited Mr. Jennings bursts into Kuzo's office. I don't know about you guys, but I'm impressed.
Good Lord, half the board of directors.
Half the board of directors are out there. Like, they went completely nuts.
Doesn't this guy look and sound like an old-timey reporter?
Oh, yeah. Half the board of directors are out there.
He's here for the presser.
Where the fuck were the other half of the board of directors? Isn't this like their one fucking obligation?
Yeah, you would think.
To be at this thing?
Yeah, why not the whole board? No
this fucker was acting like he's never seen karate before. I love it. Jennings promises Kuzo, you're going to get anything you need as he's training the team. Kuzo gives him his list of selectees. Jennings is very hesitant when he sees Alex's name on the roster. Says he saw Alex take a beating a few years ago and he's got a bad shoulder.
He asks, you absolutely sure about this kid? He's 33 years old.
Is he only 33? I thought he was probably older. But yeah, is that how old Eric Roberts was?
Eric Roberts, 33 years old when this movie was made.
Okay. So Kuzo says, your expertise is business. Mine is choosing and training champions.
Okay.
So Kuzo sees something in Grady.
Right.
Jennings takes some type of snack off of the...
I mean, he's probably paying for the snack, so that seems fair.
It was like a plate of donuts, and I couldn't tell if he pinched a little pinch off of one donut.
I couldn't tell. I thought it was like a small eclair or a nutty bar or something.
Yeah, it was something.
Weird.
It was like a, what do you call that? A Jordan almond. It was a Jordan almond. Now, half the board of directors are out there. They went completely nuts.
Okay.
He does. He sounds like an
Jennings,
old-fashioned, like he's on a fucking... I don't know what, Jimmy Stewart movie or something.
Actor from another time for sure.
Yeah. So
it's just so funny, like the way he was like in there with his hat on and stuff. I was like, what? And you see him lurking around in the previous scenes during the tournament. I'm like, what is that guy's deal? What is he doing?
I bet he's another dude who's probably like fucking acted with legends like John Wayne.
Probably,
and shit.
he was probably in thousands of Westerns back in the day.
So Mr. Jennings announces the 5 members of the U.S. karate team who are set to face Team Korea. After having received the letter in the mail, this is the movie like doubling down that this is a karate team.
Right.
Which is weird because like they're going to face the Korean Taekwondo team. It's just weird to me. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of muddled martial arts for the whole movie.
Yeah,
really.
and then once they get to the tournament and they're like,
it's a mixture of anything. It's MMA basically, right?
Yeah. It's okay, fine.
Yeah, I don't know what this movie's position is on what martial art discipline it is they're supposed to be doing here.
I thought it was odd that the karate team was facing the taekwondo team.
Yeah, it gets very muddled as we go along. But we get Travis Brickley from Miami, Florida.
Everybody loves a cowboy from Florida.
That is the last place I probably would have guessed he was from, right? Even if you had said like Jacksonville, I'd be like, okay, you got like rednecks in Jacksonville. But I don't really, I mean, I'm sure there are people
to all our fans in Jacksonville, what up?
Hey, what's up? I bet you would not be taken aback if you saw a cowboy hat in Jacksonville.
Nah.
Like, North Florida is different, but South Florida is like...
Anywhere inland Florida, there are people wearing cowboy hats,
yeah, for sure. But yeah, you don't think of many like Miami Cowboys, though I'm sure they exist. And if you are one...
Let us hear about it.
Yeah, I want to hear about it. I want to see a picture of your hat. We've got Virgil Keller, Providence, Rhode Island.
I immediately thought that he's like a Brown graduate.
Oh, you think he's an Ivy Leaguer?
Has to be.
Okay, I could see it.
Providence, lovely town.
Never. No, I have driven through, I think.
Providence is a great town.
You drive through Rhode Island in like 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
It's
literally.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
We got Sonny Grasso from Detroit, Michigan.
Another great town.
Yeah, never been. We got Thomas Lee from Fresno, California.
Refugee from Fresno.
I have been to Fresno. It's nothing really to write home about, as Daniel LaRusso would tell you.
You're right.
And then we got Alexander Grady from Portland, Oregon.
I was like to take this opportunity to tell you that after a quick Google search, there has never been a GM plant in Portland, Oregon, or anywhere in Oregon for that matter.
I'm not surprised at all by that. I thought that was weird. He was the guy who's supposed to be from Detroit, right?
Who?
Alexander. If he's working on the line, he should have been from Detroit.
They like mismatched the characters and their jobs in the real world.
Yeah. Now, go figure. It's the only 5 guys that we've met already. Also, a strange order that they read him out in. Like, it should have either been alphabetical.
It should have definitely been alphabetical.
Or Thomas Lee should have been first. Like, it's weird to... Like, what, are we dying of suspense about whether Alex is going to make the team or not? Like, there was a moment where you're like wondering.
Or maybe it was by...
they could have thrown us off by selecting someone else, and then that guy gets hurt and they bring Alex in or something. But they didn't.
There are some things in this movie you just kind of have to say, okay, that's fine.
Yes, we're just going to roll with the punches.
That's
much
great.
like the fighters. But I think that's a good spot to leave it off.
What?
For this week.
I'm crushed.
There's some crazy shit that's going to happen in the next week's episode, though. So we hope you'll join us.
I can't wait to talk about it.
Thanks for listening. Thanks to everyone at the Last of the Action Heroes Podcast Network.
What up, guys?
You guys are also awesome. And until next week,
we'll be back.